Alright, so this is Lon's lineup for the bridge TA going down like the steps near Dennis. Um, Works really well. This is what I've started using. I'm gonna do it outside of TA so I got more time to like show it off and like actually show the lines and all that and what I use for visual. So I'm coming across. I'm just gonna try to do one. I don't know, it's actually pretty bad, but you can see vaguely the line. I'm a little out of practice with this. So anyway, basically you'll be coming in full speed, and this like last patch of grass basically is how I think of it, like sticking out from the side. There's all these little grass patches, not counting those. So kind of like the last ones before the steps. I would aim for this final little one that like Ty's head is on right now. As I'm passing that is when I'll be doing my flick. I flick, you flick pretty hard to the right so that you're like horizontal to the wall, or so that you're parallel to the wall you're trying to go down, right? And then I also flick down really hard because it helps make it like way more consistent. If you don't flick down, you probably go a little faster, but it's just so much more consistent when you flick like pretty hard into the ground, kind of like that. So I'm gonna do another one, try to go at full speed here, and right here. That was actually late, but that was really fast. So you can see it's kind of the lineup is kind of vague, but at the same time, using this grass I think is the best indicator you can have. Um, you kind of have to get a feel for it to some degree, but um, yeah, like as you can see, I felt like I went late there, but it was actually like the fastest one I've probably done. So just kind of like that. That was my fault because I flicked up too late, or I flicked up too early at the end, so I lost my swim. But you can see that going down the wall, I actually had it properly. Let me get back there. As I come across the bridge, I come wide so I can get to here. Oh, that was super late, but that was actually really fast. So, as you can see, I think the best consistency is aiming for like right there. But if you want to go like as fast as possible, it also seems like you can go a little bit past it. That one was also my mistake because I aimed up too late. Uh, One of the big parts about this is that getting down the wall is kind of the hardest part. Just make sure you touch the ground and are like, not going to lose your swim by like looking up too early, because that's something I keep doing, practicing here. So I'm going to get back there again. One thing you can probably do here is I haven't played with this too much. This might be bad, but I think if you take a tighter line like here, and you still use kind of like that same line, like these grass patches, I would think if you then went slightly earlier, you might be able to go a little faster. But like I said, I haven't played with it too much like that. Yeah, like that works pretty fast. So I would say the main thing is kind of like this line at the end of these grass patches is kind of where I'd aim. Maybe slightly further if you really want to take it fast, but that is kind of where I'd start my flick. And then, as I said, flicking down is really what makes it consistent in my experience. If you just flick right, you might get a little smoother, but it's not as fast. So, like, I'm gonna try even further right. Yeah, like even like that, you can take it pretty tight. It seems like. Um, yeah, actually, you can take that so tight. So yeah. So I guess I kind of discovered more of it on my own, just playing with it here. But yeah, like I said, this line, I'll, I'm going to like take a screenshot here and just like draw a line as well, just to make it more clear. Um, but yeah, that's really the main thing. Is the end of these grass patches is where I would start my flick. So, all right. When I try to get an actual TA run here, just to show that I'm confident enough to do it in TAs, and that it works when you're actually going full speed across. I'm obviously bad and can't get the swim because I've never done this TA before. But oh my gosh, I'm really rusty. So I'll take that kind of slow. I'm just gonna take most of it slow just to like show that I can do it when I get there. Um, I'm not trying to take these incredibly tight here. This obviously is not a PB. Anyway, so across, I'm gonna go kind of wide and right about here. And you can see it's just butter smooth there if you do it like that. And pretty safe. And that'll help save a lot of time over going to the left or doing like slow setups on the right. So, yeah. And I'm just gonna finish it out because this is gonna be like a 110 or something like that. But you know, even with all the mistakes at the beginning, 112, that's like 4 seconds slower than the best Shazza. So just gonna go over this just a little more one last time, just to clarify the main points. So basically, come wide on that line, flick down and right, and it's pretty much that easy. Make sure you're flicked pretty far down until you like actually hit the ground before you start looking up, or else you very easily can kill the swim if you try to come off the wall like too early, like even right here. If you start going out, well, maybe not quite. That's probably because I'm hugging this wall. Say you're like here and you try to come out, yeah, that's like really easy to lose it right there. So that's why I don't try to come off early. Make sure you're on the ground, or you can kind of skirt on this wall if you're confident in doing that. But yeah, just main things are this line basically, and making sure you get that downward flick as well as to the right. And that makes this pretty, I would say, 100% consistent if you execute it right. I don't think there's actually any RNG or anything like that. It's just making sure you hit the right slope, basically. So, yeah, there we go. Simple tutorial. I'm bad at YouTube videos.